Good evening. I'm Erica Sykes, and I am the proud principal of Infinity Early College High School. On behalf of the faculty and staff, I would like to welcome our parents, family members, and friends of the 2025 graduates of Infinity Early College High School. This is a special evening. Infinity is going to set the bar high as I remind everyone that this is a formal ceremony, and I ask that you respect the dignity and honor of this ceremony and not let your actions detract from the accomplishment of others. This is an amazing group of individuals, and I have no doubt that the class of 2025 will continue to make great decisions today and throughout their future journey. So, as we proceed forward this evening, Knights, I look to you to be the examples and role models that I know each of you are. At this time, allow me to introduce the Superintendent of Schools and members of the NCISD Board of Trustees, as well as the new Caney ISD Executive Cabinet. Superintendent of Schools, Matt Calvert. President, Craig Mixon. Vice President, Elizabeth Harrell. Secretary, Wendy Sharp. Assistant Secretary, Angela Tompkins. Member, Dennis Alters. Member, Ty Trout. Member, Beth Prickrell. Executive Director of Operations, Blake Carroll. Executive Director of Finance, Brandy Chalette. Executive Director of Instructional Programs, Laurie Monroe. Executive Director of Public Relations, Dr. Scott Powers. A special thank you to each one of you for supporting our program and our students. At this time, please stand for the invocation led by Audrey Cotto, and then remain standing for the presentation of colors by the New Caney High School JROTC. We will then follow up with the pledges led by Avery Morgan and the singing of our national anthem by Porter High School. Audrey, please step forward.
If everyone can bow their heads, please. Heavenly Father, today we stand at the edge of something new, filled with gratitude for the journey behind us and hope for the path ahead. Thank you for the strength you instilled in us, the lessons you taught us, and the people you placed by our side to support and love us through it all. This day is more than a celebration. It marks a turning point, a moment of reflection and anticipation. As we step into this next chapter, we ask for your guidance. Grant us wisdom when the path is uncertain, courage when the road is hard, and perseverance when we feel overwhelmed. Help us to seek purpose over comfort and to dream boldly, knowing you go before us. As we walk across this stage, may we feel the full meaning of this moment. Let it be more than a ceremony, let it be a turning point, a reminder that we are capable, that we are prepared, and that we are called to something greater. Let it be a reminder of how far we've come and how capable we are for what lies ahead. May we carry the confidence of this day into the future, not just to succeed, but to make a difference. We ask for your blessings, Lord, on the road ahead. Bless our efforts with success, not just in achievement, but in impact. May we find fulfillment in our work, joy in our journey, and the purpose in all that we pursue. May the talents you have given us be used for good, to lift others, and bring light to the world. With open hearts and steady steps, we place our future in your hands. Amen.
Please continue standing as the color guard from New Caney High School presents our nation's flags. Oh, this one's killing me. At this time, all of those who are wearing hats, please remove them. And now for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for the Texas pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible. Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by Porter High School.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose rough stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets echoed, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. At this time, we would like to recognize students who will be entering the armed forces. Please stand when I call your name. Miriam Faye, Army. Jennifer Gomez, Army. Antoine Holmes, Army. Vanessa Hasso, Army. Matthew Lopez, Army. Camila Olivas, Army. Aaron Perkins, Army. Thank you, students, for your future service, and best wishes to each of you. You may be seated. If we have any other military veterans, past or present, please stand and be recognized at this time. Any veterans in the audience, please stand and be recognized at this time. Thank you for your service. At this time, I'd like to introduce some important Infinity Platform guests. Please wave your hand when your name is called. Professor Craig Wallace. He will have the honor of presenting our graduates. Give him a round of applause, please. Three influential pillars of support. Assistant Principal, Mr. Scott Gruen. Counselors Robert Caping and Andrea Kelly. Last but not least, Class of 2025 Valedictorian, Mackenzie Ann Wilson. Class of 2025 Salutatorian, Tasdeed Zaman. Number 3 honors graduate, Audrey Colo. Number 4 honors graduate, Avery Morgan. And our senior class president, Marco Miranda. A graduation ceremony is always a special occasion, a celebration of perseverance, achievement, and the journey that brought us here. It marks the culmination of years of dedication, the realization of long-held goals, and the recognition of hard-earned success. The class of 2025 stands as a shining example of what it means to be truly committed to the cause, demonstrating resilience, passion, and purpose every step of the way. This is a remarkable group of young people. They have worked hard to achieve the following goals. 100% have earned their high school diploma. Woo! 93% have earned their associate's degree from Lone Star College, Kingwood. Woo! What an amazing example of hard work and dedication. Now at this time, Mr. Marco Miranda, the senior class president, will now make a few remarks to his classmate. Marco, the mic is yours.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you're doing well, and hopefully those bleachers aren't too uncomfortable. I would like to also express my sincere gratitude to the NCISD Board of Trustees, Superintendent Matt Calvert, NCISD Executive Directors, and to the President of the Lone Star College Kingwood campus, Dr. Gonzalez. In addition, nothing would be possible without our staff here at IECHS, admin, teachers, staff, and everyone who made this journey possible. I'm proud to be standing here as a class of 2025 president. I've sat through many graduation ceremonies before, but strangely enough, being at our own feels surreal. Let me tell you a quick story. The day my mom told me I was going to Infinity, I cried a little. At the time, it felt like a nightmare. I was leaving behind the comfort of a bigger school, close friends I had known for years, and the high school experience I had always imagined for myself. I was scared of starting over, scared of being alone, and scared that the next few years would be filled with regret. I honestly thought I'd be miserable. But what I didn't know back then was just how much the school and the people in it would change my life. It wasn't easy at first. I struggled with procrastination, and I can't remember how many times I chose video games over homework due that same night. That seeking feeling of remembering a test right before bed, yeah, that one stuck with me. But even through those tough moments, something inside me told me it would get better. And it did, because of the people here at this school. At the one school I dreaded, I ended up meeting some of the most amazing people and hilarious people I've ever known. These are the classmates who supported me even when I didn't think I needed it. And for that, I'm truly grateful. From Discord calls where we scramble to do homework, to the group projects I may or may not have gotten carried through, every moment mattered, including service learning in the summer heat. I was always glad to help serve the community, especially when doing so with my friends. And I'll never forget when Unc took us out to the pond where we would have to catch minnows and various aquatic creatures. I'll also never forget how he also tripped on our bucket and released all the fish back into the pond. Many jokes were made that day, and many shoes ended up soaking wet. To my classmates, thank you. Without your support, I wouldn't be here. Being class president was my way of giving back to the class that gave me so many great memories. To the teachers, thank you. These are without a doubt some of the best teachers I ever had. You care, you push, even when students don't feel like giving effort, you don't give up on them. And to the teachers who moved on from Infinity, you'll always hold a special place in my heart. Looking back, some of my favorite memories were in our college classes, especially when I had my friends in them. Maybe I should have focused a little more on the coursework and a little less on the laughs, but hey, where's the fun in that? I'd like to leave you with a couple words that changed how I look at fear and opportunity. What would you do if you weren't scared? I have these words written on a piece of paper above my bed. For a long time, I let fear talk me out of trying. I was afraid of rejection, defeat, or whatever worst-case scenario my mind could imagine. But eventually, I realized there's no point in not trying. If only winners were allowed to compete, only one person would show up to every competition. Sometimes you have to take command and make the first move, because if you never try, how can you ever succeed? So to the class of 2025, I hope these words follow you wherever life takes you. I hope you prosper. I hope you keep taking chances, and I wish you the absolute best. I love you all, and thank you.
Thank you, Marco. You have represented your class well. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the second highest ranking senior, Infinity Salutatorian Tazdeed Zaman. Tazdeed will now deliver his salutatorian address.
Good evening. I would like to thank the Board of Trustees, Superintendent Calvert, the Executive Directors, the President of Lone Star College Kingwood, Dr. Gonzalez, and to the teachers and counselors here at NCISD, friends, and family. But most importantly, I would like to thank my mom and dad. I know one of the biggest reasons why I'm up here right now is because of the unwavering love and support that you both have shown me and gave me the motivation to strive for success. With all the sacrifices you both have made ever since immigrating here from Bangladesh, that gives me more of a reason to repay and make you both proud. I also want to thank my older sister for being the most incredible support system anyone could ever ask for. And I would like to thank my uncle that flew all the way from New York to here to see me graduate. I love y'all so much more than words could describe, and I am so grateful to have you as my family. Class of 2025, it is with my great honor and immense joy that I congratulate each and every one of you. Today is not only a statement of your effort, dedication, and the time you have invested over the past 4 years, but also a recognition of the sacrifices made by our loved ones. Getting a high school diploma and college degree simultaneously is truly a privilege. And I cannot emphasize how important this day is for your future and how fortunate we are. We began high school in an era of wearing masks in person to school, where we could not even recognize each other's faces. And now, we leave with TikTok ban fears and an economy in a state of constant change. But our journey didn't begin 4 years ago. It began in good old 2012. The dawn of kindergarten. Entering elementary school, we were so excited to grow up that we didn't realize that those days and memories might just be one of the best core memories of our lives. Those were the days when our biggest fear was losing the floor is lava game during recess, when we showed off our silly bands, traded our Pokemon cards, and battled with Beyblades. But especially the days when we couldn't go without watching our glorious, magnificent king LeBron Raymond James. Then all of a sudden, we were in middle school. This was the first time in our lives when we had to go out of our way to make friends, as some might call it, the forgotten years. The reason being said, these were the times when our school years got cut short on March 13th, 2020, with the COVID-19 pandemic affecting all of our lives. We felt sad, lonely, depressed, and much more during those Zoom calls where we couldn't even socialize with our friends or have a normal life. Then within a blink of our eye, we became freshmen in high school. I still remember when we first came into school like a deer in headlights. Shy to talk, make new friends, nervous about making a good impression, and scared of what was yet to come in the next 4 years. Freshman and sophomore year, we were new and trying to figure everything out, which eventually we thought we did, but then came junior year. This was the time where we had to think for ourselves. It all piled up at the same time, and we had to go out through a numerous amount of trials. Passing our AP exams, communicating well with your professors so that your grade wouldn't suffer, getting a decent SAT score, finding ways to help with your mental health, and deciding what we want to do with the rest of our lives drove us crazy. It all boiled down to questioning ourselves if we can make it out of here. But in the midst of all these hurdles, we had great experiences together that helped us be where we are today. It was moments like playing Wii in Spanish class, watching the World Cup in Mr. Torres' room, or leaving early during junior and senior year to go hang out with our friends. Spirit nights, learning how to drive, then learning how to drive well, going crazy in basketball during lunch, attending service learning, joining a club, and so much more comes to our mind. Don't dwell on the setbacks that you've faced. Focus instead on the good memories that helped you push through the tough times. Those moments of support, laughter, and growth have shaped who we are today. As the years passed, the lasts came one after another. Our last week, last dance, last day, and now our last goodbye. I still cannot accept the fact that we are standing here waiting to move our tassels, get our diplomas, and celebrate with our loved ones. As you're soaking up the very last memory of high school, know that this is not the end. It is the start of a brand new chapter. Be proud of how far you've come and excited for everything that lies ahead. Graduates, as our last school year comes to an end, let's make a promise to always thrive in the future so that we can achieve our dreams. But most importantly, believe that you can do it so that the world can know what the class of 2025 is all about. Believe in yourself. You're braver than you think, more talented than you know, and capable of more than you can imagine. Thank you.
Thank you, Tazid. Now, it is my great honor and pleasure to introduce to you the valedictorian of the class of 2025 for Infinity Early College High School, Mackenzie Ann Wilson.
Good
afternoon, esteemed faculty, proud parents, dedicated teachers, supportive administrators, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. I am Mackenzie Wilson, your proud valedictorian for the class of 2025. First, I would like to say thank you to my parents for everything, and to all the teachers and administrators who've guided us. Thank you for your encouragement. I would also like to express my sincere gratitude to the NCISD Board of Trustees, Superintendent Matt Calvert, NCISD Executive Directors, the President of the Lone Star College Kingwood Campus, Dr. Gonzalez, and all the supportive staff at Infinity. Congratulations, everyone, we made it. After 4 years of hard work, long hours, and if you're anything like me, plenty of tears, we are finally here on this long-awaited day to walk across this stage and step into the next chapter of our stories. Before we rush to start writing our future, I want to take a moment to turn back the pages and remember the part of the story we've already told together. We walked into Infinity on that first day of freshman year, leaving behind most of our familiar friends and the extracurriculars that often made school something to look forward to. Choosing Infinity, we knew we weren't going to get those classic high school experiences we saw in the movies. Not that regular high schools have spontaneous musical numbers, but you get the sentiment. Freshman year, we walked down the hallway, scared of making new friends, navigating new experiences, and having to start all over. Then came sophomore year, and with a newfound sense of familiarity and a sprinkle of overconfidence, we thought we had it all figured out. But then junior year came along to humble us and show us we really knew nothing. And sadly, we lost some people along the way. Now it's senior year, and those of us sitting in the crowd have pushed through the challenges of balancing high school, college, and trying to have some kind of social life. We might not have had the same high school tribulations as our middle school peers, but honestly, we got so much more. Between the dances, the fundraisers, the spirit nights, and even those occasional pep rallies, we built our own unique high school experience. Our different journey made our time at Infinity all the more special, even if it wasn't typical. I vividly remember freshman year when Mr. Nanias told me in advisory one day, "You've got the grades, the work ethic, and now you need to grow socially." He was proud of my academics, but he knew I needed more than just good grades to really thrive. Freshman year, Avery joked that I had office hours for talking to my friends. At school, I talked to my inner circle, but once I was home, I was solely focused on academics, determined to excel and avoid falling behind, inadvertently neglecting my social life. As the years have passed, I've worked on building stronger relationships with my friends and connecting with people outside of school. I've learned that the test next week isn't going to be the end of the world, that the assignment will still get done even if I take a couple of hours to recharge, and that staying up until 2 in the morning studying isn't worth the brain fog the next day. Having life outside of school is just as important as acing that final, and stressing myself out constantly doesn't always lead to better results. I've discovered that taking a break to just enjoy the moment, whether it's playing board games with my family or having a sleepover with my favorite cousin, isn't the catastrophe I once thought it would be. Standing here today, feeling that familiar nervous flutter from freshman year, I'm genuinely excited about what the future holds and the opportunities that are awaiting for us all. High school is such a significant part of our lives, and it has gone by in the blink of an eye. We've all come so far to be here walking this stage today, and that absolutely deserves to be celebrated. We might not be able to skip to the last chapter of our lives, but we can definitely enjoy the page we're on right now, graduating. So, class of 2025, as we take these steps into the precipice of adulthood, my advice to you is to remember to take a breath and appreciate the little things in life, to really enjoy the memories you're making as they're happening instead of always worrying about what comes next in your book, because this page is dedicated to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Tazid and Mackenzie, for your inspiring words. The time is now, the moment we've all been waiting for. The first 10 students are graduating with honors. These honor students will march across the stage in the order of their class rank. Next, the graduates entering the military will walk across the stage. All other students will walk in alphabetical order. You will notice that many of our graduates are wearing white stoles, colored cords, or medallions. Your program will give details about the significance of these items. As a reminder to the audience, please refrain from any action that may cause a student's name not to be heard when it is read. Please remember, this is a formal occasion. Will the first row of undergraduates please stand? Infinity's Humanities Professor, Mr. Craig Wallace, will do the honor of reading the names of our esteemed graduates. Mr. Wallace.
Honor graduates, will you now come forward to receive your diplomas? Mackenzie Wilson. Tasdeed Zaman. Audrey Koto. Avery Morgan. Brad Tienchu. Chelsea Morales. Kada Reese. Camila Olivas. Ashley Aguilera. Brenda Trejo Lopez. Miriam Fay. Jennifer Gomez. Antoine Holmes II. Vanessa Hasso. Matthew Lopez. Aaron Perkins. Alejandro Alzaga. Alan Andrade. Estrella Aparicio. Carmen Arroyo. Orrin Baker. Heaven Barrientos. Melissa Botello. Peyton Boyle. Sanaa Callahan. Citlali Castro. Xavier Charlotte. Lauren Cole. Jacqueline Davila. Chase Davis. Sherlyn Dejaro. Alexander Estes. Arian Estrada. Juliana Gamboa. Stephanie Gomez. Benjamin Gomez. Abril Gonzalez. Ava Gonzalez. Melissa Gonzalez. Fernando Griffin. Joy Henry Anderson. Adrian Hernandez Jr. Brianna Hernandez. Valeria Izquierdo. Almendra Juarez. Sasha Keaton. Natalie Lewis. Chantel Lopez. Francisco Lopez Hernandez. Esmeralda Mar. Cassandra Martinez. Joanna Mendoza. Kylie Miranda. Marco Miranda. Aiden Moore. Bryce Moore. Daphne Marua. Aiden Olegi. Jennifer Ortiz. Luis Ortiz. Jared Perkins. Ava Price. Madison Ray. Fabian Reyna. Angel Rico. Jonathan Salazar. Jacqueline Salinas. Johnny Salinas. Alexandra Schiffer. Yanaletsi Sierra. Kyla Sinclair. Lauren Talkington. Asia Taylor. Gilberto Vargas. Andrea Vasquez. Jose Villatoro Mendez. Ava Weinball. Caitlin Wright. Melissa Yaks. Giselle Zavala.
Now, Mr. Calvert, it is with great pride that I present to you the 2025 graduating class of Infinity Early College High School.
Will the class of 2025 please stand? On behalf of New Caney Independent School District, I want to congratulate each one of you on your commitment, dedication, and self-discipline, which has brought you to this point in your life and will ensure continued success in your future endeavors. Ms. Sykes, do you certify that these students receiving diplomas this evening have met all requirements to participate in this ceremony?
Yes.
By the authority delegated to me by the state of Texas and the New Caney Independent School District, I hereby declare each recipient of a diploma as a graduate of Infinity Early College High School. You may move your tassel from right to left. Congratulations.
Seniors, continue standing. Before we get ready to capture the picture of the year, I would personally like to thank our senior sponsors for their extra time and commitment over the course of the year. Mr. Wallace, Ms. Jackson, Ms. McCarthy, Ms. Storm, Ms. Salazar, and last but not least, Ms. Salcedo. Your time and efforts on behalf of our seniors are much appreciated. Family and friends, camera ready for the moment we have all been waiting for. It is my honor to present this year's graduating class of Infinity Early College High School, the class of 2025! Woo! Attendees, you will be able to meet up with your graduates in the outside parking lot. Thank you everyone for attending tonight's graduation ceremony. At this time, we will release the graduates to what we call our school song, One Last Time, We Are Family.